All right, let's get this started. Mama's in the kitchen, but before I start, I need to show you what I'm going to use for each thing. I'm going to be making cauliflower rice, and I'm going to make gravy. Yeah, low carb gravy. Yay! Not completely low carb. I mean, it's not zero carb. It does have carbs. The gravy I'm going to start out with. I made bacon this morning. I make bacon usually on Sundays to last us the week. And because I add bacon to some things, you know. Anyway, we are low carbing. And I buy this cream. It can be any cream. I like the Rancho, but it went up on price this week for some reason. So I ended up getting this Cacique, which is fine. I use the Mexican cream, sour cream. You could use regular cream, but the regular cream for some reason doesn't blend as good as the Mexican cream. Go figure. This has, let me tell you real quick the stats. For 2 tablespoons, you are going to see 1 carb and 1 sugar. Now, I do not measure, so I'm going to tell you right now, I pour. And then when we measure out when we're using it. And he likes it on pork chops. He likes it on chicken. Smothered pork chops and Salisbury steak is his favorite. That's what we use the gravy for. Okay, I just buy the mushrooms in a can because the mushrooms, because it's so hot right now, I cannot keep anything in my refrigerator that is like produce. The only produce I keep in the refrigerator is avocados, cabbage, and celery right now. That's the only produce I really keep in the refrigerator. Everything else is frozen. Anyway, so I'm going to put a can of mushrooms, some heavy cream, and a little bit of butter. Go figure. Okay, for the cauliflower rice, I'm going to either use this bag or this bag. I just want to show you the bags I buy. This one's from Trader Joe's, and this one's from Winco. There is no difference. There is no difference, okay? I just wanted to share that with you because somebody said there was a difference. There is no difference, not in my taste. And they're both organic, so I think green, yeah. I always look at the ingredients anyway, and if the ingredient says cauliflower, then it's cauliflower, just cauliflower. Of course, organic means, you know, it doesn't have any stuff in it, but I'm on a budget, guys. I buy where I can buy. I'm going to cut up a little bit. I buy these peppers. They last forever in the refrigerator. It's sweet peppers and onions. Now, sweet peppers have gotten expensive, but if you buy the bag like this, it's like $1.19, something like that is what I pay. So for me, it's cheaper to go this way. And then I'm going to throw at the very end, I'm going to throw some peas. He loves peas in his rice. I also wanted to share something really fast. I've been buying this cauliflower in a bag. It's been like 90 cents. I love it. And I throw it in the freezer. Why do you say? Well, because I make when I make broth, I have a lot of chicken left over. So with the chicken, I'll either make the chicken crust pizza, or I'll make chicken, put salsa, and then coleslaw. It is so good, guys. You can make so much with coleslaw. And it's going to wilt anyway because you're cooking with it, you know, with hamburger meat or chicken or anything you want that kind of, you know, the meat is, you know, cut up. And it's so delicious. So I just buy these in you know, a couple of them and freeze them. And then there you go. I have a meal for, you know, 2 days. Okay, here I go. I'm going to be right back showing you how I make my gravy and my rice. Sorry guys, when I reached over to get the milk, it turned off. So then I add a little bit of cream sometimes, just a little bit. And voila. I sometimes add a little bit of chicken broth. It depends on how it tastes. Because that cacique, it has salt. It actually tastes really good. Oops. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see my spoon go in there. I can't make this video again. But anyway, add some pepper. And voila. Okay, there's the gravy recipe. And I'll show you pictures at the end. All right, be right back. Okay, so the trick is to make sure that the skillet is hot. Listen, listen. See how hot that is? It's hot. And you're going to put it in your pan. I know this is elementary to a lot of you, but to some of you, you guys asked, so that's why I'm doing it. So I wait until it's completely dried out. And I try not to move it too much. I'm moving it right now because it's got some frozen pieces right there. But once it starts to dry out, like right now, you can see that there's still moisture in there. I don't want any moisture. I'll be right back and show you. Okay, we're at the half point. And it's still, see the moisture? You still see the moisture? Still see the moisture. I'm still going to let it dry out. But I try not to move it. I just kind of like let it sit there for a little bit until once it's dried on that side, then I kind of flip it around. But I'm not moving it too much so it doesn't get smushy. Okay, be right back. Okay, guys, now it's ready. It's see how dry it is? There's hardly any moisture. There might be just a little bit, but hardly any moisture. So what you do now is you add your seasoning. You have to decide, do you want it just regular or do you want it Mexican style? Now, Mexican style, I like using these cubes, caldo de tomate. It's basically chicken broth and tomato and cumin. But today, I'm just going to use the regular chicken broth. And you can use a cube. I just buy in bulk because it's cheaper for me. And I'm just going to use a little bit sparingly around and around and around. And then I'm going to move that in there just a little bit. Like I said, I don't measure. But that's perfect. That's just probably a teaspoon. And I'm going to move it around and I'll be right back. Alright, after you've done that, then you add your bell peppers. And I just cut them small. And work them in there. Try not to move the cauliflower so much. I mean, you still have to move things in. And then, let's see, let me get this last one. I'm working with one hand. Sorry, guys. Okay. So then, at the end, this is practically the end here. That's how simple this meal is. You add a few handful. Peas have sugar, guys, so I don't put that much for blue eyes. But it'll look like you have a lot in there, but you don't. Alright? Yes, I'm using clean hands. Alright. That's about a handful. I've got a little hand. And then, you don't even have to work that in. You're going to add, here at the very end, a little bit of butter. You cover it up. And seal it. And I'll show you what you're going to get when you come back. When I come back. I added a little pepper. I don't know if you can see that. And that's it, guys. That's all she wrote.